our audience and also for anyone here, then it's another way we can help. Okay, it's redirecting. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna put the link here in the chat for the YouTube. Feel free to share that with anybody that might want to just watch the program. Okay. Let me get back to Zoom. Okay, so here is the link. And then we'll officially kick off in probably another minute or two here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so excited. I'm seeing the rooms filling up. Woo! It's been a minute. So exciting. Okay, yeah, and we're live on, okay, the YouTube's working. And we are, there we go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome, everyone. We are all the way live today. Happy National Poetry Month. Today we're celebrating with our kickoff event of April. This is a night of 9 Muses, and I'm just so honored to have everybody here today. Um, we have so many different voices that are going to be shared from different perspectives and just all across Los Angeles. So it's a real treasure to have you all. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share because I prepared a slideshow. So let me go ahead and head in there. Um, Again, so this is a Tonalli Thursday Open Mic officially. This is a program that started with a grant from the East Side Arts Initiative back in 2019, where we started open mic in a very cool, hip bohemian gallery in East Los Angeles called Tonalli Studio, and it's still there and operated by the Esparza family and the matriarch of the family, Doña Ofelia Esparza, is actually a nationally known ofrendista. She creates ofrendas all around the country, including the Smithsonian, which she had done a couple years back. She was one of the leading uh, let's see, one of the folks that they the lead consultants for the movie Coco, that Disney movie, just of learning about the ofrendas and everything. So we're very honored to have partnered with her and offered this event in all the way live back in the day. It of course moved to Zoom when pandemic time, and we've kept it on Zoom ever since because we enjoy being that bridge across all borders, allowing anyone around the world to be able to join and feature on our programming. So you're part of that legacy. So thank you all for being here. I'm Jessica, founder of LA Poet Society, your host tonight, and I thank everybody for being here today. We will have an open mic for the people that will be after the features. So everybody has prepared their set, and I have the lineup, and I'll also type it in the chat so you can see, but it'll follow the slideshow that I prepared today, which I wanted to show you all. Of course, all genres are welcome here at our mics all the time. And we don't tolerate any type of hate speech. So if it goes that way, just know that people will be escorted away. So you are in a safe space. Well, thank you again for being a part of tonight's event. All right, let me just get my presentation up. And yeah, this should work. There we go. A lot of buttons. Okay, so hopefully y'all can see. Can I just get a thumbs up that y'all can see my screen? There's no music, it's just the look and feel. We are in the muse world now. Of course, one of the muses is the poet, the artist, right? So, and we are the ones, the speakers, the orators of society, the collectors and documenters of what happens in front of us, the truth tellers. So I cannot wait for you all to share your work and your truth and your creativity with all of us. Again, open mic for the people. If you want to get on the open mic, just put your name in the chat. Just say, I'd like to be on the mic. And then I will, it's first come, first serve. We might have like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes for the mic towards the end. So, folks for the mic, make sure to keep your piece to about 4 minutes. But all arts are welcome. You want to tell us a joke, you want to say what's on your mind, you want to share a bit of a story, it's all welcome here. I want to thank our guests. We have James Berkowitz here tonight, Gloria Almanza, Diosa X, Lupe Montiel, Juan Almador, Boog J. Ghosst, Linda Ravenswood, Raquel Reyes Lopez, and Miss B, Jennifer Baptiste. So that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. And again, thank you all for being here. Go ahead and please mute your mics. I do welcome you. After someone presents, you can unmute, snap, holler. It feels good to get some reaction, and at least I feel, and just seeing the yay, the quiet hands, which is cool too. Do what feels good for you, or anything, or nothing. But I'm just letting you know it's okay with me. All right. All right, let's kick it off. Y'all ready? Everybody can unmute. Let's hear everybody for a moment. Let's just
Woo! Yeah, let's
let's
go.
do it. Welcome to the party. We're just
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna kick it off. So first up, we have is Miss Gloria in the house. Gloria Almanza. You are the first of the muses to present. So let me go ahead and share your bio. Gloria Almanza is from Pomona, California. She is a writer, a poet, and produces zines. She loves using her typewriter as a basis for creating her zines and poetry. She says, I come from a newspaper background. What drives me to create is the stories that did not make the paper, the stories of regular basic people trying to survive. We are surrounded by a world of influencers and creating an aesthetic. I just want to reflect what I see around me, reality, what I see around me, but relatable, real. She writes about social issues, mental health, and life in Los Angeles County. She writes about life being a Latina in this bubble in this unique and exciting time. And she is proud to be a part of the Los Angeles Poet Society. And she says, we are a cosmopolitan of unique, strong voices. So please join me in welcoming Gloria Almanza, our first muse of the night.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. Like when I saw the lineup, I'm like, my people, like this is what like drives me. This is what like gives me energy and the will to keep producing and keep creating. So like Jessica said, I do write, mostly a lot about medical stuff, mental health, because that's a lot of the stuff that I'm going through. And it's also what's going on as a result of the pandemic. All of us, we were all isolated for so long, and it affected our mental health, even going back to work. That in and of itself, having to prepare ourselves mentally to deal with our coworkers, that's what gives me the desire to write poetry, dealing with my coworkers every day. So first up is medicine. Medicine. The system is built against me. The system is based on the male body. 160 pound, 5'8" white male versus 212 pounds, 5 foot Mexican American female, mujer, con cuerpazo, with a body, not male, not white, not thin, not for me. For who? ¿Para quién? Women were not allowed in medical school until 1945, when Harvard deemed it better to keep women at home, not a doctor. Women were not allowed in medical trials until 1995. Our uterus and hormones are excluded from prescription dosages. Our bodies are for sex, not medicine, but for a man's pleasure. The next one is shadow boxing. Boxing, getting all the anger out, feeling my fists pound, dull, sharp punches, rhythmically, landing my target with every shot. Sweat is pouring down my face. Anger is streaming through my fists. Blood is dripping down. All I see is shadows. All I see is darkness. I continue to box in the shadows. Everything is dark, yet I continue to punch. Strong, hard, aggressive punches. I hear the punches land. Boxing, shadow boxing with myself, replaying fights in my head. The pain is overwhelming. My lungs are on fire. I am boxing depression inside of me. The next one is not today. Not today, not tomorrow, not never. I thought as I lay on the floor, throwing up, sick of you, angry at myself because I could never stand up for myself. Screw that. That was 9 years ago. The scars run deep. My strength runs deeper. 9 years ago, you consumed my life. You beat me down daily. You took every single thing from me. You existed like a leech, sucking the life source from me. Today, now, you no longer exist in my world. Not today. And I'm going to end with this one. This one I actually wrote, and this is when I started really getting into poetry. I wrote this for myself, and I wrote this before I wrote anything else of what I read tonight. So this one's called I Love Myself. I love myself. I love my life. I love my body. My body is self-healing. My body is in perfect balance. I love my work. I love those that are close to me. I love my home. I am grateful for all that I have. I love and forgive those who hurt me. I love and forgive myself. I love nature and am grateful for her beauty, the same beauty I see within myself. I love all creatures, big and small. I feel and appreciate all the love that surrounds me. Look into your eyes as you say this to yourself. Feel the gratitude within your heart. Feel your self-confidence and deep self-love. Feel the passion in your heart as you say this. Know that you have everything you ever wanted. See yourself as you want, but in the here, now, present. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for allowing me this space. I appreciate you guys. And long live poetry.
Oh, Gloria.
Viva! Y'all can unmute. Woo, woo, woo. Gloria, beautiful. Yeah. That was empowerment right there. You're already setting the tone for us we're just like, wow. I feel it, the volcano and all the steam and everything just rising, rising, rising. It's just gonna be a powerful night. And that was gorgeous. Thank you so much, Gloria.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. So let's go ahead and again put your links in the chat, anything that you want folks to support. I also have it enabled if you have a flyer for one of your shows, other things you can also include in there. So yeah, feel free to do that. Let me go ahead. I see James is ready. Hold on, let me introduce you. Get our bio up here for a moment.
What a nice opener, and happy National Poetry Month to everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, ready and on deck, our next muse of the night, James Berkowitz, is a USA-based poet, writer, and performance artist, serving as a human camera of observation whose poetic words and imagery embrace the magnificence of nature in its many settings as well as the pulse and stimulation of city streets. A graduate of Emerson College and UCLA Extension, he cherishes the opportunity to share his work, which has been included in over a dozen literary art journals and anthologies, as well as connect with other sentient beings lifting the human spirit. Some highlights include being selected by the ambassador of poetry to the country of Oman for Impressions and Expressions, Literary Cultural Arts, award-winning San Francisco Peace and Hope, and multilingual web magazine for cultural education, Le Vieux Laitier, number 14. And his socials are there as well. So please join me in welcoming James Berkowitz, our next Muse of the Night.
Yay! Happy National Poetry Month 2024 to everybody, and what an opener. The compliments and love to our opening poetess this evening. Thank you so much. A downpour of thoughts through sheets of rain. Puddles echo from my window pane. Standing near the howling wind calls, an ever-beating heart as gray skies fall. Obscuring the city and mountaintops too, undressing my eyes to life in hue, where loneliness and despair dissipate through a sudden break in the clouds, and the heavenly light from above shone radiant and proud. Standing in the truth of love, the energetic power of our being, alive with a song of the soul, carrying forth on a wavelength of light. Speaking in minds across universal planes, we catch the words and thoughts of kindred spirits. The art of life, a life of art, love of truth, truth of love. In the truth we're standing, standing in the truth of love. One language called harmony transcended the borders of native-speaking tongues and carried a melodious tune around the globe. One heart pulsed harmony, carrying a beat in lifelong rhythm, transcending the drum of the soul. One language called harmony, harmony called a language of one, a language of one, a language of the heart of a language called one. The inner sun rises from deep within the soul, bringing all that comes with the dawn. It shines brightly through the eyes while glowing around the body during its peak. At sunset, it evokes a light beam of energy that pierces through the dusk at an exponential power and shimmers with ultimate passion amidst the stars. The summer of your birth, fragrant in the blossoming wind, calls from an eternal voice. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. A woodchip path sings with each step taken. Sunlight dances between the trees. Ocean air fills the senses. Mind elation brings inner peace. World of wonder from the angelic side. The grace of your presence written across the sky. Our love sown in heartbeats, no matter where we are. How distant, how far. All right. We have this next one I'm going to dedicate to a very dear friend, beautiful soul and precious gift of life, my friend Stephanie Hills. And this is in honor of her grandma, or you would say abuelita, Margaret Laverne Hills. And it's titled, We Live Forever. We live forever, an eternal lamp of the soul, from birth to death across the shore. Reflections of years shine across the sea. A loving toast to you, Grandma, with infinite glee. To the dearest person I have ever known, Through the annals of time, our photographs shown. A best friend to call and my greatest gift. We live forever in heart and spirit.
Yes.
Thank you. Death in life, life in death. Can you see between the two? The world is in peril. Peril is in the world. What can we do? Appreciate your soul on this earth. On this earth, appreciate your soul, for the moments are precious and few. A silhouette of birds shadow the sky with a clarion call into the night. With a clarion call into the night, a silhouette of birds shadow the sky. When you're having one of those days stretched out too thin, make sure to say, I love you. For those who survive, stick together. On this ephemeral journey we know, we shall meet again and again as our spirit evolves through growth. Tears for peace run down the face of humanity. Crying wounds of hate seek impossible escape. When the light of the soul clenches the darkness of barbaric ways, tears for peace run down the face of humanity. Oh, sweet world, gift of life and mind, remove evil teachings from the eyes of humankind. Lift us from the dust of earth, return us from the heavenly skies. Embrace the call to oneness in the sharing of eternal life. Tears for peace run down the face of humanity. Down the face of humanity run tears of peace. Tears for peace. Peace for tears. Tears for peace. Peace or tears. Aloft, the wind sets our sail. Into the mystic, we travel beyond the depths of human mind and thought. When a tear falls from a star, dazzling the sky towards the ground. A gaping hole of violence and injustice across the globe. The internal compass of our being lost without sight, striving to make sense of it all. White light flickers gallantly on the horizon. The wonder of existence shines eternal. Lens of life sharpens its focus for our human creation to stand forthright. Poetic eye of observation from the spiritual tower unfolds. Aloft, the wind sets our sail into the mystic. Collectively, the fallen tear gathers and ascends from the earth, sweeping brilliantly through the air towards the heavenly sky. Into the mystic, the wind sets our sail. Aloft, we are home. How are we doing for time? Oh, I can't hear you. 2 more pieces. Okay.
2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, let's do Lost in Love. That's a newer romantic one. I don't think I've read that. So hopefully the mind's working here. The falling rain draws you close as the outside world comes to a halt. Where building lights splash patterns across pavements and the nighttime sky surrounds us. Your hand in mine, mine in yours. A cascade of droplets mist the air and upon the ground. There is no telling what will happen next. The urge to kiss you immense. It's your birthday, and I love you. The years pass as time without keys opening doors to our hearts. A city silenced by falling rain as the earth trembles with each breath. Lost in love for a moment, we dance to the rhythm within. From the rhythm within, we dance for a moment, lost in love. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, everybody. Happy National Poetry Month. Love and light to all. Thank you. I'm grateful for this moment with you. Beautiful.
Awesome, James.
Yeah. Ooh, I always love your work, James. You're so uplifting, just so much nourishment into humanity and like everything that we are. I appreciate your words.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the welcome and the invite to be here with everybody. Thank you for your kind attention as well.
Woo! And
Salud.
everything just off of the paper, just like not even like it was a performance. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Hey, woo! I got a lot of love in the chat there.
And this is going to be on video as well to share with others. Is that what you're?
Yeah, it's already streaming to YouTube, so anybody can watch it right now. And then it'll be on our Los Angeles Poet Society YouTube channel forever. So yes.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
You're welcome. Yeah, happy National Poetry Month. I'm gonna go to gallery view just to see everybody. Hi. Yeah, feel free to unmute. Thank you for all the support, y'all. Of each other as well. I love to see that camaraderie, and this is the creative community. We're here for each other as well as our own art, but it feels good. Reading to yourself in the mirror is kind of okay, but being in front of an audience is even better, right? So
Oh my.
gotta appreciate all the guests here today and thank you, all the folks that are here, just in attendance. I appreciate you. We love you. And all of y'all watching on YouTube, thank you for hanging out. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let me go ahead and go back to our presentation. All right, so that was James Berkowitz. And James, feel free to put your contact info in the chat, anything you want to share. It's all good. All right, our next guest, Raquel Reyes Lopez, our next muse of the night. Raquel Reyes Lopez is a first-generation Chicana poet. Her poetry advocates mental health awareness, speaks of infertility struggles, highlights tones of death and loss. Her debut poetry chapbook, Born to Electrify, was published by Sadie Girl Press. Her work appears in Rattle number 52, Wild Roof Journal number 20, and other publications. And you can find her on Instagram, Raquel4Poet. So please welcome, you can unmute, put your snaps and your claps together for Raquel Reyes Lopez.
Hello, everyone. And then Jessica, can you give me a 2-minute warning?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to start it off honoring the voice that I had as a 19-year-old, reading from my debut poetry chapbook called Born to Electrify. The first one's called Putting Away Groceries Barefoot. My sighs are liquid lava pools, toasting ojos de miel hasta que sean cecina. Hands cup breast, my name circulates in his pupils. God hides, and between eyelashes, too embarrassed to watch us. I grab onto shoulders as my neck is sucked. Conversation spills. Have you ever held a baby hummingbird? It feels the same as holding you. Frágil, he says. His compliment stuffs huesos huecos, soothing joint pain. He places a strawberry in my mouth gently without guilt. I devour. If our toes don't keep a distance and touch, I will fall in love with him. Si eso sucede, le voy a explicar que gracias a las cenizas de sus besos, aprendí a no negar la muerte. Thank you. Geocaching. Two pink auras burn in darkness. Moans echo, waiting for discovery. Bodies are foreign countries, wanting to be washed by the perfect passion pressure. Continents from neck, hips, and inner thighs need hands to rush down waterfalls. A thirsty body doesn't crave a gentle touch. It will demand aggressive force, consistent, multiple, boom, boom, booms, explosions bringing life back to drought land. Push roughly into flesh. I want to feel a bang, make my garnet eyes sparkle, rattle, ring out the long overdue earthquake, and shake with me. After the breakup, I walk nude, breast bounce, nipples perk from chill. I close the door behind, open tattered shower curtains. I pull up from the drain, hairs, the only thing you left behind. I slap them against the wall. You tossed my love into the sewer as easy as your bowels push it. I can only wonder if I grab a wire hanger, use your hairs as bait, fish within the drain. Could I reel my heart back in? Passerby. He says my eye color is off. I don't say a word. I know it's a drunken slip slurred. He begins to siphon out the brown in them. I want to stop him, but I let him keep viewing me through a set of past life eyes. His fingers brush skin and paint her jawline on my face. I watch his pupils dilate. They're stuck in spring. He whispers, "You look beau, kind of like her." Now I understand my place. I am summer, and my body a transition for him to jump into autumn. These bones are his carrier, this flesh just a rough draft to his voyage. And then I'm going to only stop my video because I need to pull my Google Docs for the next pieces. So thank you for listening. I'm moving on to the next poem. The next poem is called If Tourist Chooses to Love Local. Burgundy has never been in my life. Never truly have witnessed fall leaves in Southern California that make that pigment feel like the season. If you use your fingertips, could you paint burgundy on me? Could you travel a season, trace it onto the outline of these hips? Could you make me feel what fall means to you? Would I be able to taste home on your lips? What fills your house with laughter when you're away? Is it your mother's voice? When we're done, can we share what pains us and keeps us awake at night? Is there a graveyard we should visit? Who do we leave flowers for? I would not mind giving you company. I miss them too. I miss them for the light they held in your life. Miss them for the light I never got to know. And then, how am I on time?
You're doing really good. You still haven't hit the 8 minutes, so you're fine.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm carrying on. The next one's called Heat in October. This will probably be my last one. Weather cools enough for us to go outside. 7 children run in front of me. Each one giggles. Right now, there's heat in October. I thought by making it through July, I would not have to feel pockets of heat that reminds me of lost love. On the playground, I glance at skies, think of different dimensions. Does soul continue ascension after death, even when it does not want to leave? If I leave my bones behind on this earth, can that be my anchor that allows me to come back? I am so comfortable in this body, despite how sickly it can be. The thought of a new sickness, another surgery worries me. My eyes on the children, their giggles weave the air into a basket of joy. Their small legs rush back to me. They found craft feathers, begin to tickle and chase one another. Feathers, heaven, heaven and feathers. I guess for a moment it could feel like this. Just a playground of heat, laughter and me as a guide ready to protect if necessary. A few nights ago, I read an article that says, those who cannot have children are at their end of life reincarnation. Why would anyone think that I don't want small little legs that run across the playground towards me, content and knowing I was theirs? Why would they put that on us? If we can't have them, if we choose to return to this garden to live and love again, the universe will let us. Thank you, everyone.
Oh my God. Ow!
That's all.
Yes.
Oh my God. Raquel, Reyes, Lopez. This screen is smoking over here. What you do?
Thank you for listening.
Yes. Please put, again, if the socials, your links to your libros. I saw you share the flyer for your upcoming readings events. Yeah, feel free to share. That was absolutely incredible. I was saying you need an audiobook because I could just like listen to you. The way you read is amazing. So vivid. Great, great. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my gosh, we are, what are we, 3 muses in? Oh, this is incredible. We got 6 to go, and I'm in no rush. This is just a phenomenal experience. I love Boog was like, hey, poetry and dinner. Just I'm like, yes, we'll just chill. We're here, drinking it. Hey, I love it. Drinking in all the beautiful words and the diversity and the points of view of the human experience. Just phenomenal. Thank you again, everybody. All right, let's bring up our next poeta, our next muse. Let me go ahead and bring my screen up. And hopefully my cues in the chat are helping just kind of like so y'all know when you're kind of gonna be up next. And it's going very well. All right. Our next muse of the night, Juan Almador. He is an actor, a spoken word artist from South Central Los Angeles. He's excited to release his first poetry book called or titled Pimping My Trauma with Riots of Roses Publishing due out later this year. Please join me in welcoming Juan Almador to the party, to the to the front. Come on up, Juan.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Awesome to be here tonight. Yeah. Happy National Poetry Month. So this is really awesome. Really cool. And yeah, let's get to it. All right. This first piece is called The Water. Water. Here we go. There's something in the water. There's no moon to make it move, no sun to shine its blue, just a gray sky to let me know my end is nigh. There's something in the water. It's ominous, yet Still, there's something in the water, and melodic hymn is summoning for my insanity to take a deep dive. It wants to cleanse me with its depth of chaos. There's something in the water. I dip my hand in it and there's nothing in the water. I was just being a drunk, romanticizing something that is not there. Still, I wouldn't mind a siren calling for me. I would like to be pulled by her angelic voice, drown in her embrace. Thank you. This next one is called Barbed Wires. Here we go. You lost something. Actually, you lost yourself. You keep running to reach to that field that promised you peace, so you could lie down and disappear with serenity. I know that feeling because I am that feeling. The desire to feel whole, the desire to feel at ease, and the everlasting desire to be happy. You're afloat with the dire need to be grounded so you can feel every step you take to get to that feel. And I, being your frustration, your anger, your sadness, and your tears, but I am not your trauma. I'm a symptom of it. And I wish I wasn't. We express it beautifully and darkly through words, or by dancing to their songs, hoping our mental scars will fade away. But please, don't think of me as your specter, for I feel your pain too. You can either dilute me or enrich me with alcohol. You want to black out, but I'll keep you up so you won't give up on speaking up, which is something we both desperately want. I don't want to be your longing anymore. I'm tired, just as you are. You need to bid farewell to your path. Cut those barbed wires that's been holding you back so you can reach to the end of that path. And once you do, you will lie down on that grassy field right under the sun. You will feel all the colors to reclaim your human right. And I'll be free. I will fly away with a cool breeze. And you will say to yourself, I made it. Thank you, everyone. This last one, so I wrote a poem about being a mommy's boy. This one's about being a sister's boy. So, and it's called the Triforce of Sisterhood. Here we go. You asshole! That's my sister Shanitzer's phrase. That's what she called me all the time. Jokingly, of course. She's the oldest of the three women that I grew up with. The one I feel closest to. And yet, I get easily annoyed when she asks me too many detailed questions on something that is not important. And she would cut me in, asking me, wait. What kind of blue was it? Was it light blue or dark blue or sky blue? And I will always say, it doesn't matter. That important is not important to the story. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry about that, brother. Keep going. Oh, my God, look at that car. Doesn't that remind you of our old car? Hyper aware as I would describe her. Even then, I reach out to her for reassurance in our place in the US that threatens her freedom and her existence just for being a woman. It would drive me nuts if I were in shoes. But she remains calm, in control, and guides my emotions to center myself, so I won't get an anxiety attack. As she counsels me, yes, brother, it's bad, but young people are becoming more aware. They're more active. So there's hope. And no, you're not going to assassinate Mitch McConnell, any of those six on the Supreme Court. I will feel honored, but you have to think about our mom. She is sick. You got to be there for her. And also, God decided this Sunday, we need you to get our dad on his nerves by being a freeloader. She is far more optimistic than I am. How I wish I had her wisdom. Oh, really? That's my second sister's signature phrase. She doesn't let me get away with my bullshit. Yep, she will monotonically respond every time when I admit my errors. We had a tough upbringing. I hated her because our father would shut me down for her convenience. I couldn't hurt him back physically. The only way I could get back at him is by bullying her, criticizing her for every decision she made, for not being logically sound. Even now, when we are at peace, I still feel resentment towards myself. Even after she tells me that she forgives me. Well, yeah, you were a jerk, bro, but I was a jerk too. But that was a long time ago. Seriously, it's cool. Just let that go. But I can't. She had dealt with grief, personal loss. I was expecting her to unleash all her anger towards me, but she did not. We hugged. She moved on. She's stronger than me. How I wish I had her power to forgive and overcome. Oh, hey. The signature phrase of the third and youngest sister. And she scares me because she looks up to me, which is something I don't want anybody to do. I can look up to someone who is mentally fucked up. Then again, we do look up to artists that are some way messed up in their heads. Either we relate to them or get inspired by seeing them overcoming their pain and make something out of it. But in what way does she relate to me? What does she know that I'm overcoming? What is that she sees in me that I don't? Sometimes I feel like it's a mockery, since she has so many life experiences and I do not. She lived in Russia during the war, while I live in isolation in my little studio. And she is 10 years younger than me. Whenever she asks me on the phone, oh, hey, how have you been? It feels like a challenge. And I lie. Don't want her to know the truth. Don't want to be seen small. I have to be strong. She has made decisions I will never make. She is far more brave than me, and yet she still looks up to me. How I wish I had her courage. Three sisters, so I envy for their wisdom, their power, and their courage. I imagine a world where they have their own queendom. And I don't want to imagine a world without them. I forever want to be their link. Even after this world, I want to be reincarnated as their brother. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jessica. Gil Los Angeles Poet Society. Yeah. Awesome.
Juan Almador. Oh, that was gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
What a great honor and homage to your sisters and like that whole experience. I feel like also coming out of Women's History Month, I'm like, this is perfect, blending into the just your appreciation for your hermanas and then here we are with Poetry Month. Great work. Oh my gosh, thank you. Please put all your contact info in the chat, links that you want to share, any flyers, eventos. It's all good. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, that was fire. All right. Oh my goodness, so exciting. I can't wait for your book to come out too. I thought you were gonna do your signature one, the trauma one. It always gives me chills, but I love the one of your sisters and how you captured them. That was really amazing. Yay. Thank you everyone for being here. We got some new guests that are joining to watch the show. So thank you. Much love. Thank you for supporting your poetas here at National Poetry Month, the LA Poet Society. It's an honor to be your host tonight. All right, we're gonna go to our next muse, and let me bring up the bio here for our next muse. Boom. And that is Lupe Montiel. Lupe Montiel is an interdisciplinary artist, published and an award-winning author, poet, filmmaker, playwright, actor, director, producer, music supervisor, songwriter, painter, photographer, art curator, marketing executive, director of communications at the Show and Tell Play Arts and Film Festival. She's an executive board member at Candela's Music, Candela's Music, and also the founder of Monarca Pictures. Her theater credits include Échale ganas, mija, Rebel Heart, Red Room, The Girl Least Likely To. Please join me in welcoming our next muse of the night, Lupe Montiel.
Thank you.
Woo!
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Welcome to the party.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Jessica. Thank you for this beautiful night. So I'm going to read some of the poems. I'm going to rewind a little and go back to Gothic Poetry Night, which was really cool and really fun. There's some poems that I wrote. They were inspired by Gronk, the work of Gronk, the painter. And so this one's called So Red the Rose. She bled as the beauty of a flower pricked her finger with the thorn. Remember, never forget, a rose is always a rose. Delicate beauty can deceive. Not calm, never simple. Roses are charming, yet perplexing, torn from the pain, no seen delight. The plight of a woman who tries in vain the quest for joy and love is turmoil, while nothing but pain inundates the life she lives. Waves of grief ebb and flow. Overcast days seem eternal. Days turn into night. Darkness floods her. The heart, the mind, the soul, impenetrable to light, which long to glow, and yet nothing to avail. But the darkness from the inside spills obscure hues. They pour out, overflowing outside of her. Grays the exterior aesthetic, only dim light she radiated. For her soul knows no peace, only remorse. Cryptic silence filled with screams. Lonely looks lurked all around her. Dreary days, dreadful days, drawing the curtain seems obscene yet so serene. For sleep and sorrow for her is delightful. when the sun refuses to show her the brightness she so desperately longs for. It's her torment, only sorrow. So that one was inspired by La Tormenta, the actual painting from Gronk. All right. So another painful poem. Let's see. In homage to Gothic Poetry Night. So here goes. Who is he? I don't know. He's a marvel of the 21st century. He came to steal my spirit. He came to kill my soul. He wants nothing from me, but he takes everything. My clarity, my time, my connection, everything. He unplugs me, returns me to the fetal position, renders me useless, but I serve a purpose. His agenda, through his methods, he devours me. He folds me, he has me confused. He is methodical. Everything is copacetic in his world, in his mind. This is the way he operates, mercilessly, vile, crass, gentle, kind, taciturn, morose. Why me? Why not just release me? Because no, it's not possible. I will bend to his will as long as I'm under his spell. My adoration keeps him content. He is happy this way, ecstatic. 1 foot here, 1 foot there. Me, I'm nowhere, but his grip is on me, and he won't let me go. I won't let him go, and that's just how it goes. It's intense, it's dark, it's incomprehensible. Love is like that sometimes. Thank you. Let's see, perhaps something in Spanish. This one I haven't read in a while, so. Suspiro un infinito por ti. No me encuentro. Estoy perdida entre mis lágrimas. Sonrío por el amor y la felicidad. Tú los devolviste a mí. El dolor me desbarata, me quiebra. Jamás serás mío, jamás seré tuya. Yo Libra, tú Piscis. Fuimos hechos en el cielo, el uno para el otro. Buena suerte la tuya. El destino te regaló a mi corazón en charola de plata. En la oficina vives tus días despreocupado. En mi residencia sufro por ti. Maldigo el reloj. Maldito reloj, no tiene compasión, ni de ti ni de mí. Estamos atrapados. No hay manera de huir. Mis labios jamás tocarán tus labios. Muero lentamente, sin ti, día y noche, noche y día. Mi alma en pena sin ti. 1 millón de millas nos separan. Distancia maldita, no tiene corazón. Sonrío por fuera, pero estoy perdida. No me encuentro, desvanezco. Estallo por dentro, de dolor, de tristeza. Tú eres la dulzura de mi vida. Te veo en mis sueños. Eres todo para mí. Eres mi tesoro. Eres una espada. Atravesaste mi corazón. Eres mi sol. Eres mi alegría. Eres mi agonía. Perdí toda la esperanza. No tendré felicidad. Eres inalcanzable. Eres estrella del universo. 1000 años terrestres igual a 1 minuto celestial. Te espero en el aire, ahí estaremos, juntos por fin en la eternidad. Bien.
Yes.
I haven't read this last piece.
Awesome.
It's from the book Inficciones. I don't know if you can see it. It's the book that we published through Ediciones Aguamiel. So this one was a little tiny, I don't know, narrative that was published in the book. It's called Telegrama. So this is Telegrama para mi pierna derecha. Estoy segura que estás sumamente doblada, estresada, apretada y agitada dentro de mis jeans. Hoy te escribo para pedirte 1000 disculpas por lo que ocurrió hace 25 años. Esa noche iba manejando cansada y con mucho sueño. La radio tocaba la canción Night Train to Cairo del grupo inglés Madness. Subí el volumen al máximo. No sé qué pasó. Quedé distraída por 1 segundo, nada más. Y cuando menos acordé, chocamos el carro contra un árbol. Esa noche nos hicimos mierda. Nadamos en un mar de sangre adentro del carro. Abrí la puerta y me caí al piso. Me mandaste un fuerte y doloroso mensaje, diciéndome inmediatamente que no funcionaríamos por 4 meses. Esos 4 meses fueron eternos, pero gracias a ti aprendí a apreciar mi movilidad, mi libertad y tu existencia. Gracias por todo lo que me has dado, por las millones de millas que hemos viajado juntas. Perdóname por haberte destrozado. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
Was that the culmination? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, everybody can unmute.
Yeah.
Gracias, Lupe. I
Yeah.
love it. I switched the captions now.
Thank you,
Let's do
Lupe. Gorgeous
like
work.
that a lot. Cool.
I love it.
So beautiful.
Please put your I know you have a lot happening. You wear so many hats and reading the bio, like all these wonderful things that you do. Feel free to put, everything in the chat box, ways to connect with you, support you, any flyers you want to share.
That's running right now at the Frida Kahlo Theater. There's 2 more weekends left. It's called Rebel Room. Rebel Heart. I was gonna say Rebel Room. That's Rebel. That was a Red Room. Red Room was October of last year, but this year it's Rebel Heart. And this is the second time it's been staged. So it's been playing for the past 2 weekends at the Frida Kahlo Theater, and it has 2 more weekends. So hopefully I'll see y'all at the theater.
Wonderful. That sounds great. I'll add it down on my calendar. I hadn't got to see it yet, so that'll be
Hope
good.
you will be there. I hope to see you there. Yeah.
Yeah, Lupe Montiel. All right, everybody feeling good? We need like just hands up, hands to the side, stretch your neck. What fire. I'm going to go to the gallery view just for a moment again so you can see everybody. We got a lot of new guests joining us tonight. Thank you, everybody, again, for being in attendance. I just love to see a supportive creative community. This is incredible. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And seeing old friends too. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're here tonight. I love it. Thank you, everyone. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring up our next muse of the night. And let me go ahead and share the screen. I'm really excited. We got Ravenswood in the house tonight. Linda Ravenswood. Linda Ravenswood is a poet and performance artist from Los Angeles. She has a new book, A Poem is a House, from Madville Press. Out this year. Some accolades include an Oxford Prize in Poetry from 2023, the Edwin Markham Prize from Poet Laureate of the United States, Juan Felipe Herrera, in 2022. She also got the Arthur Smith Prize in 2023 and a Gloucestershire Prize in 2024. A new book, 500/The End of Conquest, reflecting the 500th anniversary of the so-called Conquest of Mexico, is forthcoming from Alternating Currents Press in 2025. I love this. She is the founding editor of the Los Angeles Press, established in 2018 to address the critical need for BIPOC in publishing. Find her at losangelespress.com. The award-winning poet, writing books every year. Oh my goodness, my hero, Shiro. I wish I could do that. But please welcome Linda Ravenswood. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Thank you so much, Jessica. What are you talking about? You're never home. You're just always doing everything for the community. Are you kidding me? You're the best. Thank you so much for this wonderful space for us to meet and share for National Poetry Month. I'm just going to read 2 pieces. The first one is called Muchacha, Turn Yourself into Ice. Are you ice? I'm a white hot flag. Well, I could be whatever you want. And I could pretend and cook and sew. And I could tell you stories like Scheherazade. And I could wash and stay and go and leaves so small. Or I could wait and wear and taste your food and bring in the sheets from the yard and pretend you never existed and this walk across the desert a dream. I could imagine new dreams, even forget my old address. I could think that your rig is an ice cream truck. Your siren is a song that calls me to the street. And this border jag, just a new homeschool. This fence, a stone between two grand properties. My father, the king of the mountain, and you, officer of the chain beyond. There are orchards and olive trees and peaches between your legs, cans of fish ponds of my mother in a diaphanous dress. I imagine it's a movie. Here, there is no blood or ringing. There is no child cuffed. All of our pockets are full of corn. I heard a little girl on the opposite side of the Rio Bravo successfully turned herself into a white lady and floated downstream. She was that kind of turnaround girl who limped a little, looked a little, and flowed. When they scooped her out of the sluice gate in Calexico, there was just enough for the shomrim. There was just enough story left. You must remember everything, but stay quiet. Imagine all these stones are good women. Be the kind of book that holds oblivion. Be that useful. Be that slate gray. Little ruby lips. Muchacha, turn yourself into ice. Thank you. And then the second poem I'll read is a brand new poem. It's called Leaving Gaza with a White Flag. And the poem is a visual poem. It sort of looks like a neighborhood with some buildings falling down, some standing, and lots of things sort of scattered around. I don't know if you can see it. So thank you again so much, Jessica and friends.
Thank you.
Have you seen Rami Abu Jamuz's 3-minute film of his family leaving Gaza with white flags made of bath towels? In the streets, he's walking with his camera on, and up ahead he sees a neighbor of his also trying to leave. It's Abu Ahmed and his son laying on the sidewalk, also with white flags. So Rami calls out, Abu Ahmed. Abu Ahmed is crying. His son is lying on cement turned on his face, long and full of colors like a calf in the sand after a ritual. On the pavement, Abu Ahmed is now rolling and wailing. Rami's camera records. Abu Ahmed cries out, Kan yanbagi lana an nabkafi al-mansil, which means we should have stayed home. Everyone is praying. Abu Ahmed cries 100 times, but suddenly they shout, Yata nafas, which means he breathes. So Abu Ahmed lifts his son to carry him away. Then another strong man comes to help, running in the streets. They hold the boy upon their arms. Then a reporter cuts in and says in English, the son of Abu Ahmed did not live. Finally, his name is said, Ahmed al-Atbash, age 15. CNN says, look here as well. These are the coordinates of the family as they fled. And CNN shows how the two families walked from their flats, and the brief minutes it took to go around corners under evacuation in their neighborhood. They did not have guns, only broomsticks and white towels, and one plastic sack. Rami films. On the road to Al Shifra Hospital, he records a man out his car window who says, "My brother, Gaza est tombé," which means the whole city has fallen. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much.
Mateo. Thank you for taking it there too, and having the courage to write and document using your voice for this power that you have.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, sister. Use power. Oh my gosh, we can just have a pause, a breath. If y'all want to unmute, just join me in a collective breath. Just together. 1, 2, 3. I know it's heavy, but it's real. These are the times we are witnessing, and it's righteous to share and use our voice to speak for those who cannot or are not being given the opportunity to speak. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And Linda, definitely put your info in the chat. I know you have events and all kinds of things happening this month also. Feel free to put your, the socials and all that good stuff in there as well. Woo! Oh, my heart. I really admire that you shared because I have all these feelings and all this pain, and I am paying attention, watching everything too, and it's just I haven't had the courage to take it there for myself. So thank you for that. Poets have power, y'all. I think it's righteous also, that we are bearing witness and sharing what we see, because there are so many people that won't take the time or are afraid or maybe just aren't paying attention. And it is our duty, I feel, to uphold truth and share, and through all the art forms, So thank you. All right, everybody. Oh my goodness. Lots of love, lots of love. I get emotional. A lot of things drive me, but that's the poet. That's the poet in me, and how in all of us, I'm sure. So we gotta just honor that time we're feeling moved or what have you. It's okay to take that pause. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's move on. We're gonna go on to our next muse of the night. Thank you again, everyone, for watching, and everyone on YouTube. Woohoo, thank you. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, everyone. We are over 100 subscribers finally, yay! And that was one of our goals, to get at least over that hump. So hopefully we can continue to grow and preserve everything that we produce here with LA Poet Society. All right, our next muse of the night. Let's go ahead and move on. Our next muse of the night is the gorgeous Miss B, Jennifer Baptiste. Jennifer Baptiste is a writer, actress, and librarian from Texas, based in North Hollywood. Her favorite color is pink. She loves vegan food trucks and enjoys day trip adventures. Miss B has poetry published with local literary presses. She's also part of LA Poet Society Press, and she's in the new Acid Verse Literary Journal, Volume 3, the mixtape, which has been touring all around. And I think there's another tour this Sunday, hosted by Tori and Jesse Tovar. But she shares weekly book reviews with curriculum highlights via YouTube and performs at open mics in the Los Angeles area. Feel free to follow at Where's Ms. B on social media platforms to learn more about her daily creative life. Fun bio. I love that bio. Please join me in welcoming our next muse of the evening, Miss B, Jennifer Baptiste.
Woo! Woo. Thank you, Jessica. So good to be here with you guys tonight. You're all so badass. So, yeah, April is Poetry Month. I've been doing a 30 for 30, banging out new poems each day. And so some of them you guys are going to hear today. You're like the first to ever hear them, see them, anything. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go for it. This first poem is called Embers in the Flame. I wrote this one today. Yeah. Is there a word for being jealous of who you used to be? I was fire and shine and stare-stopping chill, exuding confidence in the face of fear because I didn't know it yet. I remember her now. Reacquainted with the woman I was before, speaking without a care, dressing for myself, reading harlequins by the meadow under dragonflies, existing courageously on the other side of the societal shaping of a tame woman I came to be. I am not small. I am the remnants of embers in my former flame, radiating from yesterday's shine, on the cusp of something better rising from the ashes, a greater version of me, a phoenix in the flame. Thank you. That was Embers in the Flame, written today. Woo. This next one is a micro poem, and it's called Hunger. I ate their prayers for dinner, paid my bills with their thoughts, shielded myself from predators with the good vibes they sent my way. That's all. Yeah, so this next title of the poem that I'm going to read is called the F title poem. I don't give a flip. You thought I was going to say fuck, didn't you? But I'm a lady and I don't say things like that. Or do I? Speak with a sharp tongue, boss up with the masculines, or dress fierce with the femmes. Can a woman be defined? With a uterus in the womb, makeup on the face, or spirit within laced with grace? How do you define a mother? The one who carried, the others that choose, the lost and forgotten, are the brave that teach 30 at a time each day. I don't give a flip. A lady, a femme, or a mother in any form is a win, and you shouldn't give a fuck.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. It gets me all fired up. I don't usually say the F word, so I'm like, oh, I feel cool saying it, like a bad girl. This next poem is called X Marks the Spot. I don't talk about my exes, but if they love me good enough, I might have written a poem or two. If they made my hips jerk and had the bills paid, I'd probably devote a line or two. Showed me things I'd never seen, or played mischief so foul I walked away with my heart intact that I never gave to them. I'd put my pen on the line and share some views about that, where the X marked his spot. This next poem is called 4022. Thank you to the friends in the chat. You're keeping me going. Woo. 4022. Flexible, flirty, fostering growth and entering 40. far from 22. No kids, no man, no problems. Life isn't what I thought it would be, but it isn't bad. Free riding, flourishing, and fading into the next phase of the fall of my life. Closer to death, but I feel so alive. 40 feels like 22.
I love that one. Making me feel good, sister.
Good about growing old. Yeah, let's go. So I'm making a zine, you guys. I'm super pumped. And this is one of the poems on that zine, and it's called Seasonal Love. This lover was the most fun. They shined the brightest, took me to the best beaches, napped on patios with me, played the hottest songs on the warmest nights after the longest days, brought out my wild side in bikini tops, mini skirts, and overworn heels out on the town vibes. This lover calmed me down. They made me plan for the future, realigned my focus. Leaves changed colors and feelings felt stronger as breezes cooled. We sipped on pumpkin spices, watched scary movies on outdoor lawns, and held each other close while staring at cloudy skies through foggy windows. This lover brought me home to family. They greeted me with hot cocoa under a new set of stars where our eyes met under moonlight, while we warmed ourselves by crackling fires. They sled with me after snowball fights, presented me with gifts, and toasted me under mistletoe with gentle kisses. This lover was my favorite. They brought me flowers after the rain, gave me hope for new beginnings. Our days grew longer and flashed brighter. We watched birds return from migration, picked eggs in the grass while sharing the open road, saw new locations, and enjoyed picnics in each other's company. This next one is just a little micro poem. It's only like 3 lines, but I was like, you know what? Poem's a poem. I'm just gonna go for it. It's called Blinkers. Never turn on your blinkers to make a change. Some will speed up to get ahead of you so that you never change lanes. Yeah. Right? Period. Yeah. So this last one is called What If It All Works Out? And I just like it, so I'm reading it to you guys. What if it all works out? If you take the left path instead of the right one? What if it's easier than you think? Over the fence and under the bridge? What if everything you need is already here? Between the lanes and through the buildings? What if you're just in time? Slowly arriving and quickly starting? What if you're the perfect fit? Shrinking and expanding to shine in one way or another? What if you're exactly where you are supposed to be? Going east, west, north, or south in the best space for you? What if new friends come in as old ones leave? From sad eyes and empty rooms and onward to full hearts with happy faces? What if it all feels right? When day becomes night and lights twinkle with possibilities? What if it all works out? When the bigger picture makes sense and you end up where you started and realize it's the place you've always wanted to be. The end. So, yeah, that's the end of my reading. I'm just going to drop a link in the chat, and any events or my online stores or my upcoming zine will be listed there in the link for you guys to enjoy. And it's been a pleasure sharing with you guys tonight.
Yeah, y'all feel free to
Awesome, Miss B.
unmute. Woo-hoo. Miss B, love it. I also love your reading voice. I just feel like we gotta get some more audio. I mean, I know. Oh, she's on the SoundCloud. We gotta put the link there to the LA Poet Society SoundCloud. She has 2 tracks on there, part of the mixtape. But yes, fabulous. I love it. I love the micropoems too. I mean, a lot of times there's truth in those bite-sized bits, and you're just like, it's just. I saw Gloria was like, boom. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Thank you, thank you. And yes, everyone, thank you for being here. We still got a full crowd tonight on the Zoom, and then everybody there on YouTube. Woohoo! Thank you for tuning in and joining us. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring up our next muse. We have 2 more muses of the night, and then we're gonna open up the open mic for the people. Are y'all feeling good? I'm having a happy National Poetry Month. For real, this is great. I love all the, like I said, the voices, the perspectives that everybody brings. Just incredible. Such a treasure. And just, I feel blessed. Just great. And it's a Tonalli Thursday. So we're keeping the tradition of Tonalli alive. Let's see, what are we? This is our 5th year. Oh my God, our 5th year of Tonalli Thursday. So yay, you're part of that legacy. Okay, let's go ahead and bring our next muse of the night. I love this galaxy background. Okay. Yes, our next muse. I'm so excited. I just met Boog recently. I think our friendship is like 5 months in, and I got to meet Boog at the Libros, the new bookstore over in Lincoln Heights. Boog J. Ghosst, our next muse of the night, is a poet from New York, now residing in Los Angeles. Starting as a poet in their teens, they have covered the life in times of joy, comedy, struggle, disease, and rebirth. Boog is known in the LA poetry and music scene and has been a host for various events from coast to coast, the most popular being the 143 Open Mic. With a DIY, do-it-yourself punk rock ethic, they mix elements of classic and modern styles for a fresh perspective. Please join me in welcoming our next muse of the night, Boog J. Ghosst.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight?
Great.
Awesome.
Hopefully my internet's not too slow. Thank you for having me, Los Angeles Poet Society. I do appreciate it. And thank you to all the poets and everyone who are tuning in and sharing their work and putting themselves out there, That's really cool. So it's a nice community to be a part of. So as you can see, I'm not wearing my paint. So we're going to start off with a poem about patriarchy. Since, in case you missed it at the Libros last week, it's a new one for me. We'll see how it goes. It's called A Man of His Word. Patriarchy spoke to him in a gun-wielding voice with toxic bullets, in an accent of native Colombia, where the priests grab the boys in school, where the 2 spirits are no longer shamans, where the plátanos are flattened, where my tostone heart had to hide till the belly of my patriarchy stopped talking. Patriarchy spoke to me. It told me to go back upstairs. I asked that it did not shoot. Its hands spoke in a violent manner. Its voice was loud and impulsive. It yelled all the voices of the patriarchs behind it. It yelled at its own failure. I screamed and hugged my sister. Patriarchy spoke to us. It said, "Don't be a faggot." So we put Hot air in our chests. I put away my soft breast for the hope of the consolation of sex. Either way, we were pussy whipped, and I counted my tally, but somehow, patriarchy never let me score. Patriarchy spoke. It said, "Why is he wearing eyeliner? Is he gay?" I told it I did not know. I smelled like aluminum and grease as I worked the land with my calloused hands. As I grabbed her hips with my manly lust, I wiped away my eyeliner and wiped away the tears of my masculinity. Patriarchy spoke to me. She said, "You're only dressed that way to get fucked." Patriarchy looked different this time. It wore the scowl of a woman's scorn. It said, "I cannot be man enough." It said, "I was not woman enough." My two spirits embraced each other instead, just long enough to love each other. Patriarchy spoke. It sounded like me in anger. It sounded like me in jealousy and rage. It sounded like the moans of all my lovers before. It had my voice. It yelled my name. It cried at my birth. And it held me in my own arms. I spoke to patriarchy. I said, "Look, just look at me. My soft curves, my long eyelashes, my long legs and soft heart, my sex rolling off my tongue, my lips kissing your hardened ways as it looked at me from the corner of its eye." I asked patriarchy, "Don't you still want me?" I spoke to patriarchy in a manly gruff behind my dark lipstick. I glared from under my painted eyes. I cursed it from my panting lungs and heaving breath. I pulled up my dress and slowly bent patriarchy over, with my intent to destroy pulsing inside of it. I whispered to it in a breathy lust, "I am a man of my word." Thank you.
Oh, so powerful. Oh my God, love that piece.
I forgot what this is called. I got a lot of head injuries. Sometimes I can't tell if that's bad. I remember falling off my skateboard, blacking out, and waking up. Sometimes I wish I still could forget. Maybe remember to forget my early traumas. But I can't forget that bullet hole, the one I grew up with in my house of love, the house at 143. Who could forget their first memory? I remember going to work, getting a coffee and a sandwich, and getting on my way. I forgot how I woke up. I just remember it was in an ambulance. Yep, just like I always remember. What's your name? What year is it? How old are you? I can barely remember. I would rather forget. I would rather forget that I have to remember. Remember to take my insulin. I can't though. My mind stays sharp through my thick skin. It's all muscle memory. You know the feeling. The kind you have so long, you can't forget. It stays with you like this bump on my head. You remember the feeling of being on your knees and bleeding onto the ground. It reminds me of solitude in marriage. I try to forget that time I thought I was dying, shaking and contorted, calling to say goodbye Tell the kids I love them. Tell them to remember me. But sometimes we forget to act like we care. I gotta remember that trick. Maybe death will just forget about me just a little bit longer if I do. Maybe I will forget about it for a little bit. My trouble is that it's so hard to remember. How hard I try to forget. Yep. I forgot what I was like before. Before the headaches and the heartaches. I like to remember the park. I like to remember my haunted house. I forgot what my ghost friend looked like, but I remember to use her name. I hope she remembers me. Maybe when I'm a ghost, I'll remember to look her up. But it's so hard to remember to do everything, though. I am told to be reminded even nothing can become something. I forgot that recipe. I remember it tastes so good. It has the flavor of love in a real kiss. God, I hope you all remember that feeling. Remember to tell me what it's like. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. What am I keeping it for? What am I getting? I keep forgetting and I keep forgetting and my head hurts. All I remember was my heart beating in my ears. I keep forgetting and my chest hurts. All I remember is trying to breathe and I keep forgetting that I'm bleeding. And all I remember is drips of love. And I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I forgot why I walked in here. Thank you.
Okay.
This next one is called Laminar Flow. I wrote it a long time ago, sometime in January of 2011, it says here. Insatiable predicates were found among the sediments. Thesis of what pleases, the smile made it evident. Lucy in the sky, sounds of forgotten reasons, nimbly nimbus crowds that had trotted through the seasons. Now could we walk upright alongside Australopithecus with the balance of our ancestors and the throngs of our linguistics? Reminiscent were the times that simians were physicists. Reminiscent were the times survival was linguistics. It is to say, my predilection, reflection of these memories misconstrued my own time's misconception. Daily, it's irrelevant. I mainly thought it celibate. Elegant percussion, dance form is what we better get. As if U238 to U235, still I'm feeling explosively alive. Nucleic emotions of notions on the inside, and one time a moonlight sonata may have saved my life. Tommy peeped it. He sat down to read it. I had been known to bleed it. He said it wasn't my time. As we talked of karma, I gave him some examples. The beginnings of the end among these anecdotes I've ample. He said, you got a cold heart. At that point, the truth was not so far apart. My Valentine, I'm sorry. Souls like us, we gotta depart. My own none concerned, verbs to burn, perpetual ripples of tide turns. My own eyes learned how the light bends before me. It bends and curves, lend your urns, my friends will churn. We are the hottest liquids changing the face of the earth, facing the hearth. We range from complacent at birth to enraged at the world, seeing past horizons of a brave new world. Dig us up out the sand so we can emerge from the dirty words as pearls. Thank you. So this last one, it's called Munai. Munai is my daughter's name. It's a Quechua word that means to love you as you are, and to love nature and to love your nature. This is for her. Double torus shapes, they evolved my apes, little fractal people that I create in a wake. My thought was Coriolis, I stood atop inertial planes and I changed my frame of reference with your elegant face. Eloquent equations in 64 paces, I was pushing Fibonacci's for 9 months racing. Casing joints, waking early for the wage, and my distance over speed always seemed to make haste. Sacred geometric shapes swim and incubate. Fetal pose photos have us waiting for the day. The storch was a professor and professed his ways, while us birds of a feather squawked but never flew away. Monkeys getting bigger, Ursa's getting jelly, ever the protector of the beast inside the belly. Stop the uterine flow, protrude, then go. You California raisin, my most precious gold. I've had a lot of loves, some vines don't grow. But our grapes of wrath take the paths of souls. You can relive your childhood or you can let it go. You can make a better future. What you do is reap and sow. I love you as you are, and I will prove it so. Like Armero's ghosts in Maida Avenue's homes, the universe gave the numbers so we figure out the flow of the harmony of spheres and such infinite notes. We'll sing about eternity and lives we'll never know. We'll cross the Schwarzschild radius into massive black holes. Mira la Veguita with that old lady face. The enemy of bad chemistry with Marie Curie's taste. So what's the frequency, Kenneth? I stay active like La Radio. I love you, baby raisin. I'm your one and only daddy-o. You invent me like Marconi, but I guess you had to, though. You got the cutest raisin feet. You flying like a babo. I could be your light and you could be my cosmos. Without you, there's no life, like a protozoic no-show. You unify my theories with the love that grows into an infinite mass wherever you may go. You live within me as infinity. In relative ways, you blessed me full of intesimal forever and a day. Double slip predictions got me patterned by your laugh. You're the bubble of my universe. I can't see past that. I had no state of being. I was Schrodinger's cat. A big bang gave you birth. My wave function collapsed. Whatever be the theory of without you being proven, I moved through the 10 dimensions just to see how you were doing. Mom dropped the bomb when you fused inside her. My principal uncertainty was umbilical wires. Unsure of the physics, call me Papa Oppenheimer. Your mission kissing fish and creating beautiful fires. You, my little raisin, with your ratios golden. God said perfect your architecture and your beauty beholden. Your right reaches galaxies unseen, untold, and I stay in disbelief of this little me I'm holding. Even if you redshift, I'll be right there. Even in the vacuum, I'll give you air. The event horizons of your smile and your hair. You're a dense point in my space. My mind stays where? In an elliptical orbit. Newton would have saw it. If I held God's pencil, still I couldn't draw it. You keep me grounded like my gravity. You are my star, so actually, you bend my space-time and I circle around you naturally. 8 universes, 8 lines, 8 bars. Ed Witten could have written of the physics of my heart. You popped into existence and you brought your charge. You helped me to remember nature's beautiful art. Always remember these things I've said. I love you as you are. Munay Rosabel Sanchez. Thank you for your time, everyone. I appreciate it.
Y'all can unmute. Oh my gosh. Boog, you have fans in the chat. Lots of them.
Awesome, Boog. Amazing.
Wow. I'm so inspired. I love your style, your truth, everything you brought. Everything you brought. Thank you so much. We're so honored to have you with LA Poet Society. Yeah. Such a pleasure. All right, go ahead and Boog, put in your links, any flyers, any information you want to share, ways folks can be in touch, stay in touch, and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our next muse of the night. It was the night of 9 muses, a poetry party, and absolutely, oh my gosh, y'all brought it, y'all bringing it. And we're gonna have our last muse of the evening, Diosa X. And after this, we'll have a brief open mic for the people. We got like 3 people to share a piece each, and we'll close up. All right, Diosa X, Diosa Xochiquetzalcoatl is a multilingual and multidimensional 3-time slam spoken word winner, international poetisa, and workshop presenter. She is a seasoned language arts educator with a bachelor's in English and master's in cross-cultural teaching. Diosa X is the author of 3 poetry collections, West of the Santa Ana and Other Sacred Places, published by Rite of Roses Publishing in 2023, Hechicera, Sus Sultry Spells, published in 2022 by Editorial Reyes, and A Church of My Own, published in 2021. Learn more about her publications and performances at her Linktree /Diosa X. I can go ahead and grab that and put it in the chat. Please put your hands together for our final muse of the night. What a party it is, Miss Diosa X. Woo!
Hey, everybody. Thank you for the invite. I've got a little cold, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Felina, in honor of Women's History Month. You don't know how to approach her? Too fucking scary, you say? Pues que chingados le hiciste, güey? Aw, did your little pussycat turn feral? Did she turn her fertile womb sterile? I wonder why. Why is it that until now you discover the hidden jaguar within this mujer dormida, this mujer gigantemente, brutalmente encendida, who of all feline species has the strongest and most powerful mordida? Damn right que ella secó las garras para filetearte sin medida. You should be fucking scared de esa poderosa, feroz, felina, a la que de nada nadita en este mundo se le olvida. Quien siempre manda y siempre domina, la que es capaz de cobrarte hasta tu última gota de vida. Atentamente, la feroz felina. Thank you. I have a couple in español that I wanted to read tonight. Entre las grietas. Mis velas nunca mienten. Después de haberse esfumado, cristalinas y transparentes, el hollín empieza a hacerse presente. Hay una fuga de oscuridad que se cuela por la atmósfera de mi universo. Hay quienes me creen tonta porque permanezco callada en la paz de la serpiente ponzoñosa. Me le quedo viendo, observando cada movimiento sin temor y sin miedo. Soy un espejo inmóvil reflejando sus movimientos sin retroceder ni una pestaña. Soy roca inquebrantable que se convierte en terremoto, espantando y ahuyentando cual culebra se resbale por las grietas de mi ser. Parto mi planeta por la mitad, permitiendo que se lo trague la tierra. Thank you. All right, and a little softer. Adobe. Adobe is a two-part poem, and so it starts with, in the beginning. Her walls were so thick, it took years for her to finally let him in. Like the ancient walls of Casa Grande, he eventually wore her down, breaking through what seemed impossibly impenetrable. And like the great peoples of that southwestern region, one day he just disappeared, leaving her in ruins. Adobe, the end. What people see as the ruins of Casa Grande, she sees as resilience. When people chipped away and tore down her walls, she stood immovable and anchored in time and history. When people abandoned her, leaving her alone and unprotected, she communed with her ancestors from a time long before. When people saw her as ruins, she saw herself as indestructible, whispering to the winds, and still I stand. Thank you. And I guess I have two more. Enraged red woman. I am a red woman who is enraged. I am appalled to be living in the 21st century where I seem to be stuck within the confines of the Twilight Zone. I am angered at the lack of consciousness throughout humanity, where breathing is impossible within the confines of a deteriorated ozone. I am infuriated with society's prevalence of misogynistic terrorism, where my body is trapped within the confines of a patriarchal war zone. The reels of human evolution have been switched into reverse because the issues that haunted my ancestors still haunt me today. I am not a misandrist, by no means a bigot or hater. I am not a misanthrope, or I love each and every neighbor. I am simply an enraged red woman who is sick and tired of being enraged. Thank you. And I'll end with Giga Gay. And you'll figure out what Giga Gay means. I hope that by the end of the poem. Giga Gay. Red is the blood that boils within my veins. Red are the murdered and missing. Red is the lipstick he sees as slut. Red are my eyes filled with rage. Red is the war paint tattooed on my skin. Red are the hands of every broken treaty. Red is my bloody moon that reminds me I am the giver of life. Baskamati, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody here. You guys were amazing. And I'm glad I was able to read with y'all. Thank you, boats.
Ooh, Diosa X in the house.
Yeah,
Gracias, hermana. I love those poems. It's so empowering. I love it. Also coming off the tail end of Women's History Month. It's just like, woo. And hey, Women's Day every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I love it. Woo. Those are our 9 muses of the night. Diosa, please put your links in the chat, all that information, any flyers you want to share of events. But incredible. I don't know if y'all read, but I literally had a deja vu as soon as Diosa came up and she was in my screen and I saw Boog's message. I just was like, I'd seen it already. And I'm like, what the F? Like all this was happening already. Like it's just some magical times. I'm feeling good. All right. Thank you everyone for being here. We're gonna have a mini open mic for the people, just kind of like a 3-minute. We'll do 3 minutes, 1 poem a person. We have 4 folks coming up, and we're gonna have up on the mic is Cozzy Kaz. So let's give it up for Cozzy Kaz.
Hello, everyone. Happy Poetry Month, everyone. I hope everybody's doing great. My name is Cozzy Kaz. This is my first time here. Thank you, Jessica, for having me and allowing me to spit. Excuse me. What I would like to do for y'all tonight is actually recite my ABCs, my alphabetically bestowed consciousness. Always assess allegorically adorable anecdotes, articulately addressing any assumingly amended addendums and altered agendas anymore, ambivalently attacking with an antiquated arsenal of amplified animosity aptly and ably applied to abjectly ailing allies. Affably, I applaud the admirably aspiring and affectionately alienable actions autonomously apparent anytime anyone astutely attempts to adaptively acclimate to acutely and abusively affected atmospheres, ambiances, auras, and amicabilities. I'm absolutely astounded and amazingly astonished by how aggressively adamant and abhorrently averse to acknowledging actual analytically assessed affirmations as so many avid absolution alienating addicts so absurdly and acrimoniously are. Aimless ambiguity and ardent arbitrariness anonymously assist in adding augmented amounts of agonizingly avowed appropriations to the already arduously arrested and abominably aching aftermath of this anthropically aimed artificial attack. Actually, it's abysmally anxietal, also apprehensively and appallingly alarming, because braggingly boastful bureaucratic bastards brashly bargain like bird-brained, blunderingly buffoonic bozos, bodaciously bringing big, ball-busting bulldozers, blindly bullying, bereavingly bleeding, and burden-bred beasts. But I bravely breathe to briefly benefit from the blankly benign benevolence bequeathed to and bestowed upon us. Before becoming brazenly bitter, become beneficently better. Build a broader base, brightly broadening our beyond bountifully boundless and bloomingly beautiful baby's best. Because I've been backbreakingly busy, broadly breaking bales of bodega bought bread and barrels of briskly brewed beer, bourbon, and brandy. Booze. Also, continuously concentrate on continually clandestine congregations centrally centered on corruptly concealed collusions, creatively culminating into criminally and cruel and caustically cancerous calamities. Because corrosively capricious communists chronically crave crucially conflicting conditions, crassly creating cosmically chaotic camps, coercively constricting classically classy cowboys, and contemptuously convicting candidly compassionate compadres. So courageously combine the cautiously commingling classes, truthfully causing a credibly clear cleansing and conscientious consciousness, consequently catering to a culturally comprehensive culmination commonly classified as a community. Thank you.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's give it up for Cozzy Coz. Y'all gotta come back again. Wow.
Definitely.
That was all
Thank
from
you.
right here, huh? That was incredible.
Yes.
What a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy Poetry Month. All right.
Yes.
So again, please put your links in the chat too, so folks can stay in touch. And
Okay.
we can't wait to see more of you at our events and get you on the stage. That was great.
Definitely. Definitely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
All right, next at the mic is gonna share is Jessica Wilson. That's me. So thank you. So I've been writing also, you know, a poem a day here, trying to keep up with the challenge. I put the LA Poet Society currently has the NaPoWriMo challenge. Also, we're posting a week's prompt at a time. So week 1 is posted, but we hope you write with us. All right, so this is a new one. Well, clearly, I just said it. This is mine. Okay, I didn't get to share it during Women's Month, but I love something that Jennifer had said about 40 being the next 22 and all that, and it kind of resonates with what Diosa had mentioned too. So anyway, here we go. I'm getting, you know, thinking about these type of things these days. My superpower is to create life. Not just from my mind to my manos, but to my body's beautiful architecture of curves, thighs, hips, plains of grass and damp soil. Life grows within me and later beats upon me, mouths seeking nourishment for that tiny heartbeat. I have come to quench in this power, let it radiate over my brown skin with the intent of survival and unconditional love. It brings me peace, brings me need. With this divine power, I know it's all I would ever need to be, a creator, unshakable through this power I bleed. For that sweet cream my period leaves, chases out like a hurricane of thieves. Each moon rises and the waters subdue, gentle and lax this treasured hue. In this new decade of femme, I am noting many changes from the ways my sacrifices merge into the sky. Each full moon brings with it my blood, first my fingers and then my thighs. This is my right. As an elder flower, life creation is more precious in this hour. For each time the passing moon goes, I wonder how much more my womb will flow. dedicated to my cycle, my power, my superpower. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. All right. I'll put my links in the chat as well. I'm gonna bring up our next guest, Jean-Pierre Rueda.
Hi everyone. Good night. Buenas noches. This is for my new book, which is called Amor entre aguaceros, and the title of this book, this poem is Lo que la muerte se quiere llevar. Temo olvidar la pasa y la zanahoria en el arroz con pollo tico de mi abuela. I fear forgetting April's song in the symphony of robins through their spring concerts. I fear forgetting my son when he would wait for full moons, asking me who dreamed clouds where the wind was born. Temo olvidar San José y California, las madres de mi poesía, libros de mi cuento. Temo olvidar el sabor agridulce del mal, de amores, el dolor de mi futuro al soñar lo indocumentado. I fear forgetting burying my feet in the warmest sand, watching the sun as orange streaks shaded the sky and sea. Temo olvidar los besos en la niebla, las risas bailando, ciudades estrelladas, gemas y amistades, la tinta en mis manos. Temo olvidar los ojos de mi papá, screaming a goal in a soccer stadium earthquake, unaware that I would never see them again. Temo olvidar los faroles de septiembre, la tierra mojada, the first Christmases, meeting my wife in a high school classroom. Temo olvidar la voz de mi mamá, my brother's face, los corazones de mis tíos, my homeland's history, su voluntad, its yearning. Temo olvidar the honesty of sorrow undressing my verse, the cruelest adversity throwing me to the ground to see how in pieces I learned to fly. I fear forgetting. Temo olvidar. Todos estos monumentos que hacen brillar lo que dibuja mi vida and all these invaluable moments of perpetuity. Thank you.
Ooh, we got some fans here for Jean-Pierre también in the chat. Your code switching is beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you, hermano. And we can't wait to get you on the stage and see more of you in our shows. We have so much planned this month, y'all. This is just the kickoff National Poetry Month. All right. Please put all your links in the chat where folks can get your book and support. You're an incredible poet. We're so happy to have you here tonight, Jean-Pierre. All right, closing up the party, a night of 9 muses with LA Poet Society, Tonalli Thursday. We have AC Cluley closing up. Let's hear it for AC.
Hello, everyone. This is from my recently published first book. It's called Formidable Shadows, A Foster Youth Journey, and I'll be reading from it tonight. So, yeah. By World Stage Press, too. So, utility poles stay stagnant. Growing up, I was told, you have so much potential. As an adult, I've been sold as having so much potential. Potential meaning potent, meaning having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future, meaning not quite there yet, lacking, needing nutrition, malnourished. The irony of potential is that it's an energy, and if energy is not in motion, it stays stagnant, unable to move forward. I grew up as a utility pole, a tree with no roots, my bark stripped of its culture, its language and identity removed. So I lived bare, nude, no branches to lift me higher, no leaves to soak in any sun. So I kept sunscreen on. Luckily, Michigan is so cold. Not many warm hearts here. Michigan made us assimilate, scrub off the dirt from our skin, piel, peel. That's all I ever wanted to do was peel mine off. My grandma used to grab my arm, place it next to hers and say, Mija, I wish I had your skin. It's so beautiful. My life would be so much easier if I had your skin. Hers, a darker utility pole, still with some bark and roots, resembling the closest version of a tree, still living, still nourished, still stagnant. I wonder where she would be if not sold the American dream, or if she could have stayed in California with her cousins. She'd be such a magnificent tree with all her rings, all her branches, living their highest potential. Thank you.
AC, it's so good to see you, fam. Oh my gosh, we go back to Tia Chuchas, Kumar.
I know, it's been a while.
I'm so glad to see your book out, and I can't wait. We got to get you on the stage also, and get in the center and everything, and can't wait to hear more from you and everybody here. Great show, everyone. Oh my goodness. And AC, put all your links in the chat and where folks can get your book. Also with World Stage Press, I'm a big fan of World Stage. They are amazing. They publish so many authors. I don't know how they do it, but they're magical. And they're so supportive, of emerging writers, of folks that are mid-career and everything. Just a blessing. Woo! My God, we did it, y'all. We did it. National Poetry Month kickoff with LA Poet Society, a night of 9 Muses program. What an incredible night. I want to invite everybody to take, turn on your cameras, because I'd like to take a group, Zoom shot for our Insta and all that. And also, I'm going to launch a little quick poll, something we're doing. It should take like a minute, just fill in the bubble. But let's go ahead and turn the cameras on. I'll do the picture. If you're comfortable, I see. There we go. Hey, all the gorgeous folks. Come on now. I'm going to turn off our captions too, so that it's not in the picture. I loved it. It was fun reading the captions as y'all were reading too. Kind of just, it really helped. It was another way to experience the work here. I don't know, signing. All right, everybody, cameras on. 1, 2, 3, cheese. And then poetry fist or something else. Woo! 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I love it. Much love. I'm gonna go ahead and launch the poll. If you could take a moment just to help to answer, this kind of helps us. And we appreciate everybody here. And there goes. And this is more for me to just kind of hold on to. And if basically the questions go along like the line of, if this was your first event, have you had a chance to check out our website? Because we do have a website, lapoetsociety.org. Also, if you would like us to help promote your book or product, we have our shop. So we're happy to, we could do consignments for you or just have it there and send you the money. We have a lot of things that we can do to help support. And if it doesn't apply to you, there's a button that says doesn't apply. But yeah, check it out. How would you like to keep in touch? We like to see what's the best way to hear from you and get the word out of our events. And want to again thank everybody for participating, and all the readers and poets and audience and all those on YouTube that are hanging out with us. And this will be recorded forever and ever and ever. Also, I want to invite you too. I do have a radio show, Reading in Bed with Jessica, every Wednesday. And this month we're opening it, so it's 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. And we've opened up the poetry line. So right now I'm asking folks to call in and share poems on the air with us. Last night we went live, or we went on the air. I have 4 poets there, including James. He called in. So that's another way we can help. We can also bring you in the studio. I think Miss B is going to be getting in the studio this month as well. But we're here for you. Let us know. Lupe has been on the program before. And we have a residency all month long, every Sunday at Melrose Trading Post. We have the stage. So there's an opportunity. When I'm saying I want you on the stage, I'm for real. We have that available, and also poetry on demand. If you want to write and make some extra cash, a lot of poets have been doing it with their typewriters and getting some money, like it's your tip money, And I've done it myself, and it's pretty nice to get a good 20 for a poem you just wrote. So there's lots of ways we can support. All right, I'm going to close up the poll and save the results. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you again. And if there's anything else anybody else wants to say, last palabra. Otherwise, I'll close it up. But I love y'all. This has been a fierce night. I'm so blessed and honored that you all took the call to join tonight. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Also, everyone, have a good night.
Thank you
See
so
you next
much.
time,
It was
everybody.
incredible.
Thank you.
Peace,
Good
y'all. Peace.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. Hope to see everyone again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Juan, stop making me cry.
Yeah.
It's the
Never.
second time a poem of yours has made me cry.
Yeah.
Stop
I'm very emo. That's why.
it.
Good.
It works.
More of this. More of this. All right. Lots of love, y'all.
Lot.
Good night.
Peace.
I'm saving my poll results. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, here we go. Good night, Boog. I'm such a fan. I'm so glad you're with us. And I'm going to just be plugging you in and everything now. So,
Thank you. I appreciate your support. I really do. It's
yeah.
really it's an honor to work with you guys, and I'm very excited to.
Oh,
So
thank
thanks for
you.
having me again. I'm
Absolutely.
the last one here because I don't know how to work Zoom. I never
Oh,
use it.
okay. I'm ending it now. All right. Peace,
Okay.
love, and
Peace.
soul. Bye.